Hello, welcome to another video. This one is on the USMC Mule and the 106 recoilless rifle that I've just finished for the Huey project. That basically only leaves the M48 to do now for the time being before we move on to something else. So, lovely little kit by Empress. I think it's the code's Mule one, I think. And with that, you get the Mule, you get a driver, a ground mount 106 and also 106 to go on the back of the Mule, and then you get ammunition and bits and bobs and what have you. Really nice, figures are excellent. You also get a guy carrying one of the rounds, and I think there's another guy as well, he might be kneeling. Painted up really nicely. What I'm going to do, I have used a technique that I use for my vehicles, which is a combination of sort of airbrush modulation and then pin washers and what have you. This is, I've used a lot of the ammo and AK products. What I thought would probably be easier if when I do the video very shortly on the M48, I'll just mention the products I've used on there. It's the same as what I've done on the Mule. So that's where we are. We'll get down to the turntable and have a look at the stuff. Right, so here we are. That's the 106 recoilless rifle. As I mentioned, I've added to a little base just because the figures are on bases. I think with weapons, it's sometimes better that way. The guy with his bare arms, that's actually a guy from the 81mm mortar pack. So with it, you get the guy holding his ears, covering his ears, and the guy with the rounds. You also get the rounds that you can see on that separate base. Really nice. You get quite a few. The box, I think, is just a Rubicon thing from one of the American sort of accessory things. To be honest, I cannot remember where it's from, and I've just done it as like a generic ammunition box. It is about big enough for holding the rounds. Done my usual way, figures like the rest of them, and as I mentioned before, I'll go into more detail in relation to the gun. Maybe it's in the M48 video where I'll explain it a bit further. Right, so this is the Mule. As I mentioned before, it's the Empress thing, so it's white metal. It comes with the 106 that you can see that's been added. The crew's quite a nice little figure, so I've banged him on, and I've also made a couple of green stuff, tarpaulin with a couple of the rounds on in the back. As I've said, I'll do a bit of a later sort of description on the M48, but nice little kit. Quite impressed with it. So there we go, really nice. Quite pleased the way it's turned out. I debated, I've obviously based the ground mount 106. I debated basing the Mule as well, but I probably decided not to. It's in smaller scales, I quite like the vehicles mounted. Larger scales, 28mm. I think it's okay with artillery pieces and mortars and stuff like that, but I think with vehicles it can just get in the way sometimes, and certainly if I tried to base the M48 it would look quite big. I'm not sure whether it would look right. So that's where we are. As normal, if there's any questions, shout up. Next up will be, I'll be finishing the M48. That's very nearly done. All I've basically got to do with that is some weathering, some streak and grime and some weathering, and then that'll be done. The crew figures are all done. And after that, we'll be kicking off with the Arnhem project. So that's something to look forward to. Me and Alex have been waiting. He's been patiently doing other stuff while I've been trying to get the Vietnam stuff finished. I will go back to it because, like any project, there's always bits you can add. There'll be a slight lull. Me and the family are off to Centre Parks for 5 days tomorrow. So I've got my books selected and we'll be going to have a chill out in Centre Parks. But we'll update. I would imagine I'll probably get the M48 finished next weekend. I'll get some photos and get the video up. So there we are. Once again, thanks for all the support. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.